Oh dear.
Your call, please. Operator, I've been dialing Murray Hill 40098 for the last 3 quarters of an hour, and the line is always busy. But I don't see how it could be busy that long. Will you try it for me, please? Murray Hill 40098. One moment, please. I don't see how it could be busy all the time. It's my husband's office. He's working late tonight, and I'm all alone here in the house. My health is very poor, and I've been feeling so nervous all day. Grace Morgan is report to the light.
Hello.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello, George.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Who's this? What number am I calling, please?
We have heard from our client. He says the coast is clear for tonight.
Yes, sir.
Where are you now?
In the phone booth.
Okay, you know the address. At 11 o'clock, the private patrolman goes around to the bar on 2nd Avenue for a beer. Be sure that all lights downstairs are out. There should be only one light visible from the street. At 11:15, subway train crosses the bridge. It makes a noise in case her window is open and she should scream.
Oh, hello. What number is this, please?
Okay, miss, I understand. Make it quick, as a little blood as possible. Our client does not wish to make her suffer long.
A knife? Okay, sir.
Yes, a night will be okay. And remember, remove the rings and bracelet and the jewelry in the bureau drawer. Our client wishes it to look like simple robbery.
Okay, I get. How awful! How unspeakably! Your call, please. Operator, I've just been cut off.
I'm sorry, madam. What number were you calling?
Why? It was supposed to be Moore Hill 40098, but it wasn't. Some wires must have crossed. I was caught into a wrong number, and I've just heard the most dreadful thing. Murder. And, operator, you simply have to retrace that call at once.
I beg your pardon, madam. I don't cry.
Oh, I knew it was the wrong number, and I had no business listening. But these two men, they were cold-blooded friends. Some poor innocent woman who was all alone in a house near a bridge, and we've got to stop them. We've got to.
What number were you calling, madam?
That doesn't matter. This was the wrong number, and you dialed it, and we've got to find out what it was immediately.
But, madam.
Oh, why are you so stupid? Look, it was obviously a case of some little slip the finger. I told you to try Moore Hill 40098 for me. You dialed it, but your finger must have slipped. And I was connected to some other number, and I could hear them, but they couldn't hear me. Now, I simply fail to see why you couldn't make the same mistake again. On purpose, why you couldn't try to dial Moore Hill 40098 in the same careless sort of way.
Moore Hill 40098? I will try to get it for you, madam.
Thank you.
I am sorry. Moore Hill 40098 is busy.
Operator? Operator?
Yes, madam.
You didn't try to get that wrong number at all. I asked explicitly, and all you did was dial correctly.
I am sorry. What number were you calling?
Can't you, for once, forget what number I was calling and do something specific? Now, I want to trace that call. It's my civic duty. It's your civic duty to trace that call and to apprehend those dangerous killers. And if you want,
I will connect you with the chief operator.
please. This is the chief operator. Chief operator, I want you to trace a call, a telephone call, immediately. I don't know who it came from or who was making it, but it's absolutely necessary that it be tracked down because it was about murder. Yes, a terrible cold-blooded murder of a poor innocent woman tonight at 11:15. I see. Can you chase it for me? Can you track down those men? It depends, madam. Depends on what? It depends on whether the call is still going on. If it's a live call, we can trace it on the equipment. If it's been disconnected, we can. Disconnected? If the parties stop talking to each other. Oh, but of course, they must have stopped talking to each other by now. That was at least 5 minutes ago, and they didn't sound like the type who would make a long call. Well, I can try tracing it. Now, what is your name now? Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Stevenson. But listen. In your cell phone number? Plaza 42295. But if you go on wasting all this time, and what is your reason for wanting this call traced? My reason? Well, for heaven's sake, isn't it obvious? I overheard 2 men. They're killers. They're planning to murder this woman. It's a matter for the police. Have you told the police? No. How could I? You're making this case into a private call purely as a private individual. Yes, but meanwhile, Mrs. Stevenson, I seriously doubt whether as cold Miss Biscuit for you at this time, just on your say. So as a private individual, we would have to have something more official. Oh, for heaven's sake, you mean to tell me I can't report a murder without getting tied up in all this red tape? Why? It's perfectly idiotic. Alright then, I will call the police. Ridiculous. Your call, please. The police department, please. Ringing the police department. Police department, Prasad 43, David speaking. Police department? Oh, this is Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Smith Stevenson, Officer 3 North, Sutton Place. I'm calling to report a murder. Huh? I mean, the murder hasn't been committed yet. I just overheard plans for it over the telephone, over wrong number that the operator gave me. I've been trying to trace down the call myself, but everybody is so stupid. And I guess in the end, you're the only people who could do anything. Yes, Bob. It was a perfectly definite murder. I heard their plans distinctly. 2 men were talking and they were going to murder some woman at the 11:15 night. She lived in a house near a bridge. Yes, ma'am. And there was a private patrolman on the street. He was going to go around for a beer on a 2nd Avenue. And there was some third man, a client who was paying to have this poor woman murdered. They were going to take her rings and bracelets and use the knife. Well, it's unnerved me dreadfully, and I'm not well. I see when was all this, ma'am? About 8 minutes ago. Oh, then you can do something? You don't understand. And what is your name, ma'am? Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Stevenson. And your address? 53 North Sutton Place. That's near a bridge. The Greensboro Bridge, you know, and we have a private patrolman on our street and 2nd Avenue. And what was the number you are calling? Moore Hill 40098, but that wasn't the number I overheard. I mean, Moore Hill 40098 is my husband's office. He's working late tonight, and I was trying to reach him to ask him to come home. I'm an invalid, you know, and it's the maid's night off, and I hate to be alone, even though he says I'm perfectly safe as long as I have a telephone right beside my bed. Well, we'll look into it, Mrs. Stevenson, and see if we can check it within telephone companies. But the telephone company said they couldn't check the call if the parties had stopped talking. I've taken care of that. Oh, yes. Personally, I feel you ought to do something far from you, immediate and drastic than just check the call. What good does checking the call do if they stop talking? By the time you track it down, they already have committed the murder. Well, take care of it, lady. Don't worry. I'd say the whole thing calls for a search, a complete and thorough search for the whole city. I'm very near a bridge, and I'm not far from 2nd Avenue. And I know I'd feel a whole lot better if we sent a radio car to this neighborhood at once. And what makes you think the murder's going to be committed in your neighborhood, ma'am? Oh, I don't know. This coincidence is so horrible. 2nd Avenue, the patrolman, the bridge. 2nd Avenue is on the street, ma'am. And do you happen to know many visitors there in the city of New York alone? Not to mention Brooklyn, Staten Island, in the Bronx. And how do you know there's even some little house out on Staten Island in some little 2nd Avenue you've heard about? How do you know they were even talking about in New York at all? But I heard the call on the New York dialing system. How do you know it wasn't a long-distance call? You overhead? Telephones are panicking. Look, lady, why don't you look at this way? Supposing you hadn't broken that telephone call? Supposing you'd have done the way you always do? Would this murder have made a difference to you then? I suppose not, but it's so inhuman, so cold-blooded. A lot of murders are committed in this city every day, ma'am. If we could do something to stop them, we would, but at two of these crimes, that clue value isn't much more use to us than no clue at all. But surely. Unless, you have some reason for thinking this call is phony and that I may be planning to murder you. Me? Oh no, I hardly think so. I mean, why should anybody? I'm alone all day and night. I see nobody except my maid, Elizabeth. She's a big 200-pounder. She's too lazy to bring up my breakfast tray. And the only other person is my husband, Gilbert. He's crazy about me, adores me, waits on me and hand and foot. He scarcely left my side since I took sick 12 years ago. Well, then there's nothing for you to worry about, there. And now, if you just leave the rest of us, but what will you do? It's too late. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Well, I'll take care of the lady. Will you broadcast it all over the city and send out squads and warn your radio cars to watch out, especially in suspicious neighborhoods like mine? Lady, that will take care of it. Now I've got a couple of other matters there on my list that require my immediate. Oh, now why did I do that? Now he'll think I am a fool. Oh, when does Gilbert come home? Why doesn't he? him so long?
Ringing Maria Porter 298. The line is busy. Shall I?
I can hear it. You don't have to tell me. I know it's busy. If I could only get out of this bed for a little while, if I could get a breath of fresh air, or just lean out the window and see the street. Hello, Albert? Hello? 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 Oh, what's the matter with this phone? Hello? 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 Oh, for heaven's sake, who is this? Hello? 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 Your call, please. Hello, operator? I don't know what's the matter with this cell phone tonight, but it's positively driving me crazy. I've never seen such inefficient, miserable service. Now, look, I'm invalid and I'm very nervous. And I'm not supposed to be annoyed, but if this keeps on much longer...
What seems to be the trouble, madam?
Well, everything's wrong. The whole world could be murdered for all you people care. And now, my phone keeps ringing.
Yes, madam.
Ringing and ringing and ringing every 5 seconds or so. And when I pick it up, there's no one there.
I'm sorry, madam. The trouble hung up. I will fix it for you.
I don't want you to test it for me. I want you to put through the call, whatever it is, at once.
It's not possible, madam.
Not possible? And why? May I ask?
This is automatic, madam. Someone is trying to dial your number. There is no way to check whether that call is coming through the system or not. Unless the person is trying to reach your complaint, this particular operator.
Well, of all the stupid, complicated, and meanwhile, I've got to sit here in my bed, suffering every time that phone rings, imagining everything.
I will try to check it for you, madam.
Check it. Check it. That's all anybody can do. Of all the stupid, idiotic, what's the use? Hello? Hello? Stop ringing. Do you hear me? Answer me. What do you want? Do you realize you're driving me crazy? Start staring.
Hello. Is this Plaza 42295?
Yes, yes. This is Plaza 42295.
This is Mr. Union. I have a telegram here for Mrs. Albert Stevenson. Is there anyone there to receive the message?
I am Mrs. Stevenson.
The telegram is as follows. Mrs. Albert Stevenson, 63 North Sutton Place, New York. New York Daddy, terribly sorry. Tried to get you for the last hour, but line busy. Leaving for Boston, 11 p.m. Tonight, on urgent business. Back tomorrow afternoon. Keep happy. Love. Signed, Albert. Oh no. That is all, Madam. Do you wish us to deliver a copy of the message? No. No, thank you. Thank you, Madam. Good night. Good night. No, no, it isn't true. He couldn't do it. Not when he knows I'll be all alone. It's some trick, some friendish. Your call, please. Operator, try that Moore Hill 40098 number for me just once more, please. Bring you Moore Hill 40098. She's gone. Oh, Albert, how could you? How could you? But I can't be alone tonight. I can't. If I'm alone one more second, I don't care what he says or what the expense is. I'm a sick woman. I'm entitled. This is information. I want the telephone number of Finchley Hospital. Finchley Hospital? Do you have the address, madam? No, it's somewhere in the seventh state. So it's a very small, private, and exclusive hospital where I have my appendix out 2 years ago. Hensley. Henc. One moment, please. Please, hurry. And please, what is the time? I do not know, madam. You may find out time by dialing Meridian 71212. Oh, for heaven's sake, couldn't you? The number of Finchley Hospital is Butterfield 70105, madam. Butterfield 70105. Finchley Hospital, good evening. Nurses Registry. What if you wish to speak, please? I want the nurses registry at once. I want a trained nurse. I want to hire her immediately for the night. I see. What is the nature of the case, madam? Nerves. I'm very nervous. I need soothing and companionship. My husband is away and I'm... Have you been recommended to the any doctor and particularly, madam? No, but I don't see why all this catechizing is necessary. I want a trained nurse. I was a patient in your hospital 2 years ago, and after all, I do expect to pay this person. We did understand that, madam, but registered nurses are very scared just now, and our superintendent has asked to send people out only in cases where the physician in charge feels it absolutely necessary. Well, it is absolutely necessary. I'm a sick woman. I'm very upset. Very. I'm alone in this house, and I'm an invalid, and tonight I overheard a telephone conversation that upset me dreadfully about a murder. A poor woman who was going to be murdered at 11:15 tonight. In fact, if someone doesn't come at once, I'm afraid I'll go out of my mind. I see. Well, I speak to Miss Phillips as soon as she comes in. And what is your name, madam? Miss Phillips. And when do you expect her in? I really don't know, madam. She went out to supper at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock? But it's not 11 yet. Oh my clock has stopped. I thought it was running down. What time is it? Just putting 6 past in the room. What's that? What, madam? The click just now in my cell phone. I saw someone had lifted the receiver of the hook of the extension phone downstairs. I've been madam. Now about this. But I did. There's someone in this house. Someone downstairs in the kitchen. And they're listening to me now. I won't pick it up. I won't let them hear me. I'll be quiet and they'll think. But if I don't call someone now, will they just still down? There will be no time. Your call, please. Operator, I'm in desperate trouble. I cannot hear you, madam. Please speak louder. I don't dare.
are you calling, madam?
You've got to hear me. Oh, please, you've got to help me. There's someone in this house. Someone who's going to murder me. And you've got in touch with the... Oh, there it is. He's put it down. He's put it down the extension. He's coming. He's coming. Upstairs. Give me the police department. The police. Oh, there it is. He's put it down. He's put it down the extension. He's coming. He's coming. Upstairs. Give me the police department. The police.
Bring the police department.
Police Department, present 43, Duffy speaking. Police Department, Duffy speaking.
Sorry, wrong number.